Hi everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I wanted to come and record a flip through of my 2025 journal. I've been working so diligently on getting this together because I have so many art supplies that I've collected this year that I feel like I need to use. So I specifically looked for a journal that had a dot grid and that had very thick paper, enough to where I could paint in it and use different mediums. Now this one is by This Small Business String and Space. I will put the link to this journal on the bottom where like the info section is. So let's go ahead and go through it. One of my favorite things about this journal is this beautiful like side. The linings of the paper is so pretty. All right, so this is the inside. It has these really pretty little stars in it. I love that. So I always leave like the first page of every journal blank. It's just a habit, I guess. And then this is my cover page. So on this side, I decided to just do a simple quote. I wrote 2025. And I used some brush pens to write this out with like a water brush pen. And then the background, I didn't really know what to do, so I just got this like pearlescent paint. And you can kind of see it's a little shiny. And then on this side, I wanted to write a bunch of quotes, like manifestation quotes that would really help me manifest the good things that are coming. And so I ended up using one of my new fountain pens. And I don't know if you can see the detail, but it has this ink has like a shimmery blueness to it. And I just really love that. I thought those details were really pretty. And I have never been like a washi tape person, but I decided that I need to start using up all of my washi tape because I have collected so many over the years. Look at that. It's an entire box full, and I just needed to start using it. So I kind of started like layering. I love anything holographic, anything like foily like this is my favorite. And of course, rainbows and glitter. You're gonna find a lot of glitter in my journal. So this is my swatching space. Of course, I already ran out of room, so I should have given me like several pages. So for next year, I know to do that. But I just kind of swatched like all of my favorite supplies that I've used. So like these neon brush marker pens. Oh my gosh, my favorite. Look how beautiful those colors are. And then we have Mildliner, another one of my favorite brush pens. I use a lot of black pens, so all of my favorite black pens are there. I recently got some watercolor pencils, so I swatched those. And then some of my favorite paints that I've used. I absolutely love the Starry Color palette from Kuretake Zig. And then I got some of their gem colors. And then my favorite, look at these watercolors. They're like neon, like colored ones. Absolutely beautiful. You're going to see a lot of this in my journal spreads. So I recently got into fountain pens, and specifically fountain pen ink. And so currently I have these three. I have more coming in the mail, so I'll be continuing to swatch them. But this is that pretty black blue ink that I was talking about earlier. Absolutely love this one. I think this one's my favorite. And then here's another sparkly, like champagne gold purple color. Love it. So cute. So I did leave extra space on this side for more swatches because I have some more coming in. So one of the things that I wanted to use my journal for was for list. I wanted to just make a bunch of lists of all of my favorite things and just keep track of like what kind of coffee I'm drinking every day, because I do have a coffee every day. And I just like to see patterns. I just want to see like, oh, when did that hyperfixation start with this flavor coffee, which happens to me a lot. So today I get to fill in this first one and I'm so excited. I might do some labels for like, because I do go out and buy coffee a lot too. So like maybe green for Starbucks, blue for Dutch Bros. I don't know, something like that. But look how beautiful that gold is. This is that Kuretake Zig watercolor palette. And you can see on the letters, it's so pretty. So I'm so excited to fill this out. I don't know if I'm gonna like this layout specifically. Thankfully, I only did it for 2 months, and then I'll redo it again and see if I can find a better one. So I have shown this in my Instagram, I think, and TikTok, of myself painting this one. So I did use a lot of those neon watercolors. But I absolutely love this. I don't think that I'm gonna fill this whole thing up in a year because I just don't read that many books. I actually listen to a lot of audiobooks, which I will be adding into this as well. But I just love the way this looks. And I wrote this out in watercolors. This is the start of a bunch of music lists that I added to my journal. So I listen to a ton of music. And so I'm showing like the little details. I wanted to keep track of like all the albums that I've listened to, all of my favorite songs. So you're going to see a few lists like that. I left this blank because I'm not really sure what I'm going to add here specifically. I don't know if I'm just going to do like little squares or maybe little vinyls, or I don't really know yet. But I just love how this hot pink and gold came out. I think that looks so cute. Okay, so I got my fountain pens maybe like a week or 2 ago, so I was just so excited to use them, and I just had to like write in this journal with them. So I also wanted to do some comparisons since I don't have a 2024 journal. I wanted to compare, like, I wish I would have been able to like a 2025 album playlist to see all the albums I listened to. So I use Spotify, and every single year since like 2013 maybe, I have made a playlist for every year, and I add all of my favorite songs into that playlist. So I can go back to like my 2014 playlist and see all the songs that I've loved that year, which is really cool. So I was like, what if I just write it all in my journal, and then I can do the same thing for 2025 and kind of have like a little comparison. So because I ran out of room on this page, I had to make one of these, I don't know what you guys call it, but these little extra pages. So yes, these are all of my favorite songs of 2025. It was about 100 different ones that I had in that playlist. So today I will start writing in here, I guess, and making a playlist for 2025 on my Spotify. So that's why this one is blank. And again, I wanted another comparison, so I did my Spotify Wrapped for 2024 and then versus 2025. So I'm very excited to fill this out at the end of the year. Now, obviously this is going to stay blank until like November, I guess, is when they bring it out, or early December. So I'm very curious, mostly for the stats, my songs played, my total artists, and then how many minutes I listen to music. So I'm curious to see how that changes. So this year I really got into cozy gaming. You know, I just like to add a bunch of hobbies to my repertoire of things that I do. And so I already added one that I started playing on Christmas Day because I knew I just wasn't going to finish the game before the new year. So I'm just going to keep track of my rating for the game. Currently I'm at a 4 out of 5 stars for this one. When I started playing it and when I finished the game. And so that's where I'll just be adding some of these little things. I left this little window because I just want to draw like a cute little doodle inside of it. Almost reminds me of like one of those old Game Boys. I can't remember the name of them, but it's Game Boy. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so that's what I'll be doing here. And so I have not finished this one because I'm just so lazy to like keep drawing all of these little grids. But as you can see here, I have like a sticker paper because I wrote this out on here, and then I messed up somehow. I can't remember what I did, but I didn't like the way it looked. So I got some sticker paper, measured it, wrote it, and covered it up. You can still kind of see this like peeking out, but whatever. But you can see that with pencil, I kind of drew out the little grid. And so my plan here is to just mark down the days that I'm journaling, the days I'm actually using this. I don't plan on doing it. I don't plan on journaling specifically like every single day, because I know that's, for me, who's never done it before, is probably not a good goal to set, because I would want to fail. So I want to be able to like just see how much I'm journaling. I'm fine with just doing it like once a week, if that, and then just go from there. So there's that. And another hobby that I have is birding. So I really love birds. I love nature and going to parks and doing hikes and things. And so last year I got into birding, which is like the activity of finding the birds and adding it to a list, and just to see how many species you can have. So last year my list was at 87 species, and a big year is something formal that professional birders do. So like these people like spend their entire year traveling and finding all these different species of birds to try to beat one another to get like the highest number of species. Obviously, I'm not doing that. I just want to beat 87. Like, I just want to beat myself. So my goal is to get maybe to like 90, 95 would be awesome. But I'm just going to be writing down the birds that I see here, just because it's so cute and I want to write it down. And look how cute these little birds came out. I use those neon watercolors and like some glitter pins. They're so cute. Okay. And another hobby that I have is gardening. So I started gardening in the summer of 2024. And so I just kind of, I wish I had written down like the plants that I bought, when I put them in, and just to see like how far they're growing and how much they're growing and those kinds of things, just little stats. So I'm going to be doing that here for the springtime, when I start gardening again. And I realized, so I also have a bunch of houseplants. I don't want to put my houseplants in here because I have like probably 20 of them at this point, and they're just not going to fit. So I'm going to make a separate page for houseplants so I can also keep stats on them and things. Okay, so here is a page that I just wanted to do because I wanted to keep writing with my fountain pens. So I just wanted to write some easy journaling prompts in case there are days that like I don't know what to write about. There's not really anything to write about. I can just pick one from here and write about that. And on this side, I plan on doing some deeper thinking journaling prompts. Not something like so easy, something that might just challenge me a little bit more. So I plan on writing those on this side. And then here is my word of the year page. So I taught a workshop on this a couple days ago of how to create a word of the year page. And we all chose our word, and then we all wrote goals, what we're excited about, changes and challenges revolving that word. And then we did, quotes and things. So my word of the year is fearless. And I chose these quotes because of the word fearless. So I really love the way this came out. I love all the little details. Now you can see I also messed up here. So I just got sticker paper and slapped it on there. Made a new one. I can barely tell. Here is my January cover page, I guess. I don't really know, but I wanted to do like kind of like a one thing a day. I've seen this on like Pinterest a lot, but my plan is to write one thing I'm grateful for that day, one thing that made me happy that day. So that's what I just plan on using this January spread for. Maybe in February I'll change it to a doodle a day or something else. But I really like how this came out. Super simple. I love the like one color look, kind of matches my word of the year page. And because I got so desperate to write in this, I already started writing some of my journaling on here. So my title, Not Yet January. And I wrote a little bit about the game that I started playing. Still not January. I could talk about pins all day, which yes, December 28th. And then because I ran out of swatching room and I got these on this Sunday, I wanted to swatch all of these. Look at this. So pretty. Oh, there we go. Yeah, these are like a multi, I don't know, like a chromey, I guess, watercolor. So pretty. Wait, when you move it. Whoa. These are so nice. So that is all I have for now. I do plan again on doing my houseplant one and some more swatching places, I guess. Or I don't know if I just want to keep them like within my journal writing areas. I don't really know yet. But if you have any questions or if you would like to know about the supplies that I'm using, because that's like one of my favorite things to talk about, I will make a video on that. But any other questions, please let me know. Put them down in the comments. Let me know what else you want to see. Again, I'm going to try to focus on YouTube this year and upload a lot of content. So thank you for hanging out with me and listening to me rant about my obsession, my hyperfixation with my journal right now. All right, see you next time.